Hello, boys and girls. Your old pal J Gun here, doing a quick tour of the MISC Hull A. I think that's Musashi Industrial Starflight Concern. Hull A is the first in their series of dedicated external cargo hauling ships, and it is in 317.0, which is in PTU at the moment. The patch is very buggy. I had to go through a bunch of workarounds to get this to even spawn. I had to spawn it in a hangar and then log out and then get back on the same exact server, spawn it again, go to the hangar, blah, blah, blah. But it worked. And here we are. Took it down to Bezdek on aerial to load it up with some cargo. And of course, since in this patch, spawning and streaming into entities is not working, Bezdek is not here. But right in front of us, that should be Bezdek, about 500 meters in front of us. Regardless, here we are. The ship itself is beautiful. It can haul 64 SCU of cargo, 16 on each of the 4 external booms. And that's not a lot, but it's a great start. It's an entry-level dedicated hauler, and I think it is just adorable. Let's go ahead and extend that external section and see what that looks like. By the way, the rear landing gear loves when you do this. And there you have it. Looking fancy. I think it's adorable. I think this sold for like 80 bucks at concept. It's probably going to sell for a little bit more during its flight ready sale, which we should see any week now. And that's it, boys and girls. Let's do a quick tour of the inside. I'll go ahead and shut her down and turn her off.
Engines off.
I love the cockpit. It's easier to get in and out of than a Prospector. With Prospector, obviously, you kind of have to find a way to scooch around the chair to get in, which is not very convenient for plus-size people like me. Here in this middle section before the main bulkhead, we have all the component access. And I love the new buttons SIG is putting in ships. They are much easier to access, and they make a lot more sense. But you have your component base here. That's all fine and dandy. You have your lighting, your different lighting controls. We have what appears to be a circular ship-to-ship docking airlock ring, but when you go outside, it's just a typical MISC ship rectangular entrance. Again, I love these buttons. Here's the suit locker. This is one of the bigger suit lockers I've seen, which kind of indicates that SIG is kind of getting closer to figuring out how big a suit locker needs to be. It has a button on the inside, which I can appreciate because my friends are always locking me inside these and I can't get out. Well, joke's on them. Now I can get out. This has a very nice habitation unit. This section has a bed. It has a light for alarm mode, which turns everything red. This clearly is the mode you're going to want to be in when you have the ladies over. Weapons locker. Again, these cool buttons that I love so much. Going to turn off alarm mode. Really don't know what that's for. Weapons locker. It looks like 2 long rifles and 3 sidearms. I don't want alarm mode. Stop it. Stop it. Well, now we're permanently stuck in alarm mode. It's got storage here, which is really cute. You can click on this, and you get, it was something, it's not rendering. Oh, there it is. 2,000 micro SCU. And I stuck a med pen in there, because that's fun. We have the bathroom, which is large for a ship like this. And if you deploy the toilet, it deploys the toilet paper roll also. Very thoughtful, very nice. And still full vampire mode. No reflection. And that's it. These have the new lighting switches with the 3 modes. There's full lighting. So, I love these buttons. Have I told you how much I love the new buttons and the way they're doing things? Here's your fridge. You can put things in there that need to be cold. Of course, there is a cookie jar. Very relevant to these ships. Knife cutting board, some condiments. Access panels that aren't implemented yet. You've got your standard Cloud Imperium Froyo / espresso machine. with 3 nozzles, or as I like to call them, noozles, because noozle just sounds funner. But that's it. I love it. It's got this hab area, very comfy, all the components, all the fun stuff. Let's go ahead and go outside. It looks like an Airstream, very industrial, aluminum look, and I love that. It's a home away from home. It handles great in space. It handles horribly in atmosphere, about 100 meters per second. I was only able to achieve close to 200 meters per second under full thrust, almost draining my engine capacitor. So not great at handling in atmosphere, which bums me out because this is the smallest of the whole series. I was hoping it would at least perform okay in atmosphere. This is all subject to change, of course. This is the PTU, and these things typically change not only when they go live, but up to a quarter after being in live. So we'll see tweaks on this, but she looks fabulous. A little bit longer than a Prospector, especially extended. Dedicated living quarters. We've got just 2 small repeaters for guns. They've got distortions on them by default. The bed is an escape pod. That whole thing ejects out. That is amazing. Of course, not implemented. Like so much of this game, it's all promise. We're dreaming of the promise. But this is the hull A, and if stations were spawning, I would buy some cargo and put some cargo on the arms. That's it. And thank you very much for tuning in. Drop a like, subscribe, or a comment.